Hey everybody, what's up? You can see right down there, it says Vorahk295. Basically 2 days ago, put up something that you might find very interesting. It says right there, Vorahk295 talks about Archie Comics versus relationships. Excuse me, I'm trying to get over a cough here, or a cold. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Archie Comics, this is basically the king of relationships, right? Archie Comics, the leader in relationships. I know that's what you're thinking. But we're not talking, like its main titles, its self-named titles, if you know what I mean, like its mascot and all that. And their spin-offs. No. We're talking basically what Vorahk295 is talking about, and I'll provide a link down below, is the relationships that take place in the Sonic the Hedgehog comic books. Yeah. Those relationships. Now you might say to yourself, well, what would possess Vorahk295 to want to talk about that? You might ask yourself that. Well, basically basically, it's just something I guess he wanted to get off his chest or something. And I don't think anybody could blame him if they felt like it. But anyway, this is what Vorahk295 had to say about it. And this is what he says. Basically, he points out that his topic here is the fact that if a character dares fall in love with another, then pretty soon one of the big bad tributive, either Ian Flynn, Archie Comics, or Sega, in his opinion, will show up to punish them horribly. Excuse me. Basically what he's saying is that if you pair up anybody in the comic and relationship, that the next thing you know, that character or those characters are going to be punished. They're going to be tortured, whatever you want to look at it. Now this is what he says. He says, this is what he says. First of all, he says, seriously, you'll notice that single characters like Rotor and Shadow get away mostly scot-free, while Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Sally, etc. constantly have to deal with their partners or themselves being stuffed into the fridge to cause angst, if you will, problems for either themselves or their other halves. And if any of them dare to get married, it hits them even worse. Now what Vorahk295 does is provide a list here. And this is what they say. And after they say they're going to list them, they say, as for the record, and they're saying, and for the record, I'm including characters that I dislike, such as Amy, Monkey Kong, Archie, Sonic, Onic, and that's who he starts off with. That's who he starts off with, is Sonic himself. And he kind of listed by target. So again, when you click on the link if you want to read it yourself, you see what I mean. But this is what he goes on. Target 1, Sonic. Crime, as he puts it. He puts it in categories of crime, punishment, and culprit. Crime. Fell in love with Sally Acorn. Punishment. Has to endure repeated breakups and red herring relationships with C-list characters. Saw Sally get shot in front of him. Saw Sally get roboticized in front of him. Had to fight weaponized Mecha Sally, chewed out by his friends when he gets down about it. Culprit, Sega. Alright. Target 2, Sally. Crime. Fell in love with Sonic. Punishment. Repeatedly derailed and stuffed into the fridge to advance Sonic's story. Put in a pointless relationship with Ken Khan, Monkey Khan. Shot, roboticized, weaponized, made to fight her friends who constantly fail to save her. Made to try to assassinate her own brother. Culprit, all of them. He means Ian, basically means Sega, Ian Flynn, and Archie Comics. Excuse me. Target 3, Tails. His crime. Fell in love with Fiona. Punishment. Fiona derailed into an evil villain. I'm not going to say the other word. Or evil traitor. With no resemblance outside of appearance to her old self. Culprit, Flynn. And then he notes, there was no actual relationship here, though I'm not the only one who wishes there were, yet it still happened. Okay. Number 4. Amy. Target 4. Amy. Culprit. Okay, target 4. Amy. Crime. Fell in love with Sonic. Punishment. Banned from ever actually being with Sonic and never developing beyond her annoying crush and into an actual well-rounded character like her Sonic the Comic counterpart. Culprit, Sega. Excuse me. Alright, target 5. Knuckles. Crime. Fell in love with Julie Sue. Punishment. Archie erased Julie Sue from existence while the lawsuit with Ken Penders is ongoing. Culprit, Archie. Target 6. Antoine. Crime, married Bunny. Punishment, blown up by a metal Sonic and left helpless. Culprit, Flynn, and possibly Sega. Target 7. Bunny. Crime. Married Antoine. Punishment. Depowered. Derailed. Made to abandon her husband and disappeared to seemingly get legionized. She has been confirmed to appear in the last part of the current arc. Culprit. Flynn. Possibly Sega. Excuse me. Target 8. Fiona. Crime. Tails fell in love with her. She fell in love with Sonic. Punishment. Pointless, derailed, to sink 2 ships at once, and stripped of all character development, reduced to a joke villain that makes little sense and rivals Mecha Sally in terms of failure to meet expectations. Target 9. Jeffrey St. John. Crime. Married Hershey. Punishment. Derailed. Oh yeah, and they say culprit for the Fiona thing was Ian Flynn. Okay, getting back on track here. Target 9. Jeffrey St. John. Crime. Married Hershey. Punishment. Derailed. Made to think that Hershey died, or she fails to reappear because Archie having to erase her due to the Ken Penders lawsuit as well. Culprit, Ian Flynn, Archie Comics. 10. Target 10. Speaking of which, Hershey Cat. Mayo Jeffrey. Crime, Mary Jeffrey. Punishment, fake, killed off for shock value. May become actually killed off due to Archie's reaction to the Ken Penders lawsuit. Culprit, Ian Flynn, Archie Comics. And last but not least, Target 11, Ken Khan, Monkey Khan. Punishment, crime, fell in love with Sally. Punishment, made to fight Mecha Sally. Made to watch her almost die in front of him. Brainwashed when he saves her. Culprit, Ian Flynn. And then he says at the end that he's sure he's missed a few, but then asks, now what kind of message is this? Never get yourself into a relationship or the universe will bend over backwards to kick your heart in the balls? Bull crap. And that was basically Vorahk295's thoughts on the Archie Comics versus relationship issue. Basically, what he's saying here, and I'm saying this out of respect, he's saying that it seems to him, from what he sees, and I know some of you may disagree, but from what he sees, anytime the characters in the comic get put into a relationship, like let's say the main characters, if you will, let's say the main characters, anytime they get put into a relationship, or at least be tempted to, or teased about of getting into a relationship, they end up, suffering some kind of punishment. They end up going into some kind of situation, or they get some kind of limitation or ban put on them. Now, I understand where he's coming from there, because it does seem like that at times, but it all depends on how you look at it. You could say it's that way. You could say it's to tell a story. You could say it's for this. You could say it's for that. You could say it's a good thing that they're doing this. You could say it's a bad thing they're doing this. You could say it's a great thing. You could say it's a smart move. You could say it's a stupid move. So again, it's just like I said in the other video. It's all how you perceive it. It's all how your perception looks at it and perceives it to be. So that's all I'm going to say on this. I will provide a link down below to his list, if you will, so you can check it out for yourself. I'm sorry that my voice is a little scratchy. I'm trying to get over a sore throat here. So again, tell me what you guys think down below. Comment if you like. Again, I'll provide the link, and you can kind of give your own responses and reactions to it if you want to. But that's all I'm going to say. Take care. God bless. And I'll talk to you in a little while. Peace out.